So I thought I'd just check in with you guys. So I have another 1 or 2 days here at this Airbnb before I go over to Santa Monica for the last kind of week and a little bit here in the States. I made a podcast the other week about how I think it's so important, if there's something that you want to do, regardless of how crazy it kind of sounds, that you just do it and that you just execute and make, take action and make that first step and worry about the rest later on, which is exactly what I did with this trip. And so far got a lot out of this trip. It's been an amazing experience so far. I'm absolutely loving it here in LA, and ideally I'd like to be able to come and do this for the whole of the Australian winter at some stage. So next year I'm going to try and push this out to 2 months, and then the following year I'm going to try and push it out to 3 months. But the start of the year, all I did, I was just sitting at home one day and I'd planned on doing this. I'd really wanted to do this, but I wasn't sure how it was going to work. So I just went online and booked my flights. So, I forced myself to actually do it and then worry about the rest later on. I booked some Airbnbs down the track, just figured it out along the way, and it's worked out really, really well. And, I highly recommend, if there's something that you've been putting off for a while, to just take that plunge and take action and just do it, because in the end of the day, what's the worst thing that's going to happen is that you're going to fail. And at least then, but if it works out, then it could be the best thing that's ever happened to you. So anyway, after that little deep D&M, I am up on the roof and at my Airbnb, and the view is outrageous. So you can see practically the whole of LA. Hollywood sign is over there, Runyon Canyon over here. It's pretty epic. What up guys, today is Sunday morning, so that means rest day for me, and well needed, because the end of this week I was pretty wrecked. So it is about 10 o'clock in the morning now. Had a little bit of a sleep in, and now I am writing my email to you guys if you're on my email list. If you're not, click on the link at the top of my bio below, and you can sign up to my email list for free and also receive a fat loss cheat sheet for free. But anyway, I'm writing that email now, getting back to a few different clients, and editing tomorrow's vlog. And then later on today, I'm getting an Uber, to my next Airbnb, which will be in Santa Monica. So pretty chill day, and yeah. So just sipping on. Well, I'm about to anyway, sip on this Blue Monster. Haven't had one of these yet since I got to the States. I remember I had one last time and they weren't too bad. And then about to write up this email now. For breakfast, my protein source today is going to be these egg beaters. So I've got 200 grams. And here we're going to chuck this on the frying pan. And just going to cook that up into a bit of an omelette. Guys, a few people have asked me whether or not they should be changing their macros on rest days, so eating less on a rest day. Now currently that is what I'm doing, and it's not something I've done in the past, but keep in mind I'm prepping for a bodybuilding show. So my general recommendation for the normal person that's just trying to lose weight and get in shape, even if you do take it seriously, would be to keep the same calories, the same macros every day, unless you're implementing a refeed, which you would only really be doing as you get leaner anyway. So figure out how many calories you need to eat to be in a calorie deficit, and stick to that 7 days of the week, because that way it's easy to tell, because it's consistent. So that way it's easy to tell whether it's working or whether it's not. And if it's not working, it's really easy to then make changes. You either just reduce your carbohydrates or fats slightly, or you increase your cardio or your energy expenditure in the gym a little bit. But if you're having lower days on rest days and whatnot, it then just creates too much confusion. So I'd recommend just keeping the same amount for 7 days of the week. I've been practicing my flips. We're gonna see how we go. We're just gonna go for an omelette flip today. It's not bloody bad. Alright guys, this is the final product with the omelette. Not too bad, not too bad, getting better. So here's my second meal, which is very similar to what it has been most days. So I've got 25 grams of protein worth of eggs here, and 125 grams of white rice and some teriyaki sauce. I didn't actually have any veggies for this meal, so I'm going to have to load up on veg later in the day for my next 2 meals. Okay guys, so just got to the new Airbnb in Santa Monica. I'll give you a quick look around. Check out the view. So Santa Monica Beach is over there. Tennis court, pool, and there's also a gym down there as well. Cool little space, plenty of room, and got a full kitchen, which is the main thing, plus another pretty epic view out this way as well. So I'm going to settle in here now, have my last meal of the day, or second last meal of the day, I can't even remember. Alright, so after an eventful afternoon, it is time for meal 3. So in here I have 150 grams of Chobani Greek yogurt. I have a scoop of whey protein. I also have some mixed berries, 20 grams of peanut butter, and 2 servings of chocolate PB2. So this is the third and second last meal of the day. So I've got to get a bit of work done this afternoon, and then I'm going to try and get an early night before a big leg session tomorrow morning at Gold's Gym, which is going to be awesome because it's such a good atmosphere training at Gold's. And yeah, one thing is today is a rest day, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. I think I might have mentioned that. So macros are a little bit lower for me today, and today's probably like one of the first days where I've really started to feel a little bit lethargic and fatigued and hungry. So, you know, I just find on days like this, things that help when you do feel hungry, firstly is load up on vegetables. So you'll see in my last meal of the day, I'm going to be loading up on green vegetables. I just drink a little bit more water as well. You know, just things like that. Drink more water around meal times, increase the veggies. If you've got nothing on, go to bed earlier. That always helps as well. And just make sure you're eating enough protein, because that's going to make you feel fuller for longer. Another good trick is to have a good amount of fats with your last meal of the day, because that's going to slow down digestion and help you feel fuller for longer as well. So I'll show you what I have for the last meal of the day and give you an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys as I've been sharing everything else about this prep. Trying out a new way to cook my chicken. So I've taken the chicken breasts out of here, put them in foil, and then put them in this George Foreman grill. So I've got one cooking in there at the moment. See how this bad boy goes. If it works, then we might save some time and dishes, because I'm all about saving dishes. Alright, so it seems to have worked, although I'm still not sure about it. So I may put it on the frying pan for maybe just a minute or so, but worked out alright. So I'm cooking up a little bit more in there now. We'll see how this one comes out. Pretty nifty little trick you can try there, but we'll I'll be able to tell you the real truth in 24 hours if I've got food poisoning or not. Last meal of the day: 200 grams of green beans, 200 grams of chicken breast, 3 Laughing Cow cheeses. I've put on some of this garlic and sea salt on top of all of that. Gonna have a Pepsi, a Diet Pepsi, some water, and then finishing off my carbs with these Lucky Charms. So that'll be my macros for the day. Full macros: protein around about 200 grams, fats were 50 grams, carbohydrates only 230 today for rest day.